Ever wonder how you can stop guessing and start knowing what your customers really want? Well, today we're going to dive into a powerful tool that does exactly that. We're talking about the survey. This is the big one, right? The question every single project hinges on. How do you build something people actually want? I mean, if you nail it, you're golden. But if you miss, well, that can be a really expensive mistake. So what's the secret sauce here? It all boils down to this. Every single project kicks off with a big, looming question. It's that one thing you don't know that's holding you back from making a confident call. And tackling that question, that's step one. It's absolutely crucial.
Okay, so let's make this real. Let's follow a story. Picture this, a business analyst, and they've got this huge mission. They need to launch a brand new line of eco-friendly products. The stakes are super high. If they get it right, it's a massive win for the company. But if they fail, yeah, nobody wants that. They absolutely have to swap out that guesswork for some cold, hard data.
And this is where our hero tool comes into play, the survey. Now, a survey isn't just some random list of questions. It's a really smart, systematic way to get the input you desperately need. Think of it as our analyst's secret weapon for turning those shaky assumptions into solid, actionable insights. So let's dive in and see how they actually build this thing. All right, let's get our hands dirty. It's time to actually craft the perfect survey. And you'll see it's kind of like an art, but it's also a science. There's a really clear structured path you can follow to make sure you get the answers you're looking for. Okay, here it is, the blueprint. These 5 steps are your roadmap, and they are absolutely essential if you want to design a survey that actually works. So let's walk through them one by one, right alongside our business analyst. First up, you've got to define your objectives. And you have to get super specific here. It's not enough for our analyst to just say, I want to learn about my customers. No way. Their goal is way more focused. I need to understand customer preferences for features, pricing, and packaging for this new eco-friendly line. See the difference? That clarity is everything. All right, step 2, know your audience. Our analyst is smart. They know that new customers, loyal customers, and even their own sales team, they all see things differently. You can't just ask one group and call it a day, or you'll get a really warped view. It's like each group holds a different piece of the puzzle, and you need all of them to see the whole picture. Okay, on to the heart of the survey, the questions themselves. You've basically got 2 flavors. First, you have your closed-ended questions. Think multiple choice or those rate this on a scale of 1 to 5 things. They give you clean, simple data that's a breeze to analyze. Then you've got open-ended questions. This is where the magic happens. This is where you find out the why behind the answers. You get all that rich, juicy detail right from your audience. So let's look at how our analyst is putting this into practice. They're using a mix, right? They've got a closed-ended scale to measure just how important eco-friendliness is to people, then an open-ended question to brainstorm new feature ideas, and finally, a simple multiple choice to get a clear vote on packaging. Using all 3 together, that's how you get the full story. Here's a super simple but absolutely vital rule. Respect people's time. Seriously, you want to aim for that sweet spot of about 10 to 15 minutes for someone to complete your survey. If it's any longer, you're going to see people just give up and close the tab, and that just kills your response rates and messes up your data. And the final step in the design phase, pilot test it. Always, always do this. Our analysts sent their survey out to just a small handful of loyal customers first. Think of it like a dress rehearsal for a play. It's your chance to catch any confusing questions or weird technical bugs before the big premiere. It will save you so many headaches down the line, trust me. Okay, the survey is built, it's been polished, it's been tested, it's ready for the spotlight. So what's next? Well, now it's time to actually launch this thing and get it into the hands of the right people. So how did our analysts do it? They didn't just blast it out everywhere. They used a really smart mix of channels. They used email to reach their existing customer base. That's a no-brainer. Then they hopped on social media to find a whole new audience of potential buyers. And to tie it all together, they used a simple tool like Google Forms to make it super easy to create and manage. But look, just sending the survey out is only half the battle. You got to get people to actually fill it out. So to boost those response rates, our analysts did 2 clever things. First, they sent a gentle reminder email after about a week. And second, to sweeten the deal, they offered a little incentive, a chance to win a gift card. You'd be surprised how much a small reward like that can boost participation. All right, this is it, the moment of truth.
All the responses are in, the raw data is sitting there on the screen. Now comes the really exciting part, turning all those individual answers into a clear, confident path forward.
And this is where the survey becomes a total game changer. It's a powerful weapon against something we all have: confirmation bias. You know, that tendency to just look for proof that we were right all along? Well, the survey doesn't care about our feelings. That big assumption you had about a key feature? The data will either prove you right, or it'll show you it was a huge mistake before you spend a fortune on it. This is how you go from we think to we know.
And hey, check this out. This is a perfect example from our analyst survey. The team was pretty sure reusable packaging was the way to go. They were ready to go all in on it. But the data? Whoa. It showed a clear winner, recyclable packaging, with a whopping 50% of the vote. Just like that, one chart gives them crystal clear direction. It just goes to show you how powerful a simple visualization can be.
So here's the bottom line. Our analyst now has everything they need. They've heard from all sorts of different people, they've tested their assumptions against reality, and now they can confidently prioritize what to build first based on what customers actually said they want. That, right there, is how you set a project up to win. So we followed our analyst all the way from that one big, scary question to a solid, data-backed plan. Let's bring it all home and talk about the big takeaway for you.
This is the whole point, right? This is the transformation. A really well-crafted survey takes you from that shaky place of uncertainty, where you're just crossing your fingers and hoping you're right, to a place of real, solid confidence. Confidence that's backed up by the voices of the actual people you're trying to serve. So, I'll leave you with this. Think about your own work, your own projects. What's the one big assumption you're operating on right now? What's that one piece of information you need to know to move forward with confidence? Because now you have the tool to go out there and get the answer. So, what's the one question you need to ask?